Hey friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Tennis Talk. Today I have no guest, you are stuck with me. I just wanted to basically just tell a couple of funny tennis related stories um, from when I was younger. The first one, I think it happened when I was probably 8 or 9, and remember I was just at home and I was kind of flicking through, I think it was like a National Geographic or something, just looking at the pictures, and I saw a picture of a swastika, and at that age, I had no clue what it meant, but I kind of thought it looked like a cool design. So I got my tennis racket out and a permanent black marker, and I drew on a swastika onto the strings, and proceeded to jump on the bike down to the tennis club. And was just practicing my serve, thinking I was the coolest kid in town. And this kind of fairly posh, proper old lady came up to the back of the court and started shouting at me, telling me I was a disgrace to get off the court, etc. I remember I walked right up to the fence, right up, basically right into her face, and I just go, "Shut up," and proceeded to practice my serve. Um, so when I got home later that day, I was kind of curious to see what she was ranting and raving about, what was on my racket. And I actually read the piece um, beside the swastika, and yeah, quickly learned that it was the emblem of a regime that apparently killed 6 million people. So I quickly got the marker out again and just made one big black square, and didn't tell my mum or dad or anything. The other story I was going to tell, um, just about related to tennis. When I was a student, I was working as a tennis coach in Fitzwilliam Tennis Club, and I was coaching one of the families of kids I was coaching. They would have been fairly prim and proper, and I during this time I remember walking down, I think it was Nutley Lane, just a random street in the south side, suburban area. I remember I had a jacket on, so it must have been uh, maybe autumn or winter. And I remember I was just walking down the road, and I saw a wasp flying straight towards my neck, and it kind of hit my neck and buzzed there for a second, and then I didn't notice it fly away anywhere. So I started patting myself down for a while. I was like, okay, right, not wasp isn't in me. That's fine. And so, honestly, about 200 meters down the road, this crazy buzzing starts happening just in here, inside my t-shirt. And so I had a bit of a freak out, and I went to pull off my top, but everything came off, t-shirt, the works. And so I dropped them on the ground, and I slowly start going through them, like shaking them and like listening to them and stuff. And eventually got them back on me, and got home that evening, and I was met with a text from the father of this family, saying, "Hello, James, just checking in that you're okay. I saw you half naked going crazy on Nutley Lane this afternoon." Um, so yeah, to explain that one away. Um, this is maybe just too quick. Maybe I'll tell another story. Uh, so yeah, another funny story. Myself and Stephen Nugent, high class tennis coach now, we were on a tour around Italy. I think we were maybe 14 or so, and we managed to convince our parents to let us go on our own. All the other kids on the tour couldn't figure out how we were allowed to travel around with no coach or parents. Um, so it was a 4 week tour, and at the start of the last week, I think we moved to Milan, I think it was, and we spent the first day just messing around the town, buying silly stuff like hairspray and silly t-shirts, and I went back to the hotel, and we were sitting there, and Steve goes to me, "Oh, here, look, I'm actually out of money. Can I just borrow a few quid off you just for the end of the tour, end of the week?" I was like, oh, Steve, no, I was actually just about to ask you the same question. We didn't have a penny to rub together, and this is the days before Western Union, and we didn't want to ring our folks because they'd go nuts and we just wasted all our money. Um, so we checked out of the hotel and checked into this terrible little hostel, and I think we both had our first round matches the next day, and these were tough tournaments. They were grade one, so we were losing first round every week. And Steve was actually drawn against David Nalbandian, who most of you should know. And so I lost my match in the morning, and then Steve is playing Nalbandian on centre court. And we literally had no money left, and our plan was the tennis club said they'd give us a lift to Milan airport, and we were just going to go and stand by and wait it out and get home. But I remember Steve, that's the funny part, Steve walking onto the centre court, loads of people watching, and with all the luggage, and he's halfway across the court, and I shouted in the gate to him. I was like, Steve, what if you win? And he turns around and he goes, I never even thought about that, and proceeds to lose to Nalbandian. Yeah, it was funny. We didn't even get on standby. We'd spend like 4 days and nights in Milan airport with no money. So we had to figure out a way to feed ourselves. Aer Lingus wouldn't give us any food vouchers or any of that stuff. So it was fun. We became absolute experts on those airport trolleys. I think we even took them out onto a highway and flying around the place. So yeah, we eventually got home, and yeah, that is my funny stories for this evening. Hope everyone's keeping well, and yeah, I'm gonna try and get some good guests on this week. Take care, folks.